4, which is a student policy related to discipline and personal responsibility. You can tell here the red additions were the legal additions from Gamut, and then the board subcommittee did some great work that you'll notice there in purple. You can see the subcommittee's addition of our desire to notice parents. The subcommittee, of course, wants to always keep parents informed of these changes, as well as only using, reasonable force and restraints only when needed, when absolutely approved in Ed Code. So you will see that information included there related to discipline. Again, I would assume we would bring this one back for second reading as well.
Okay, all right, is everybody in consensus that we bring this back? Is there anybody from the public that would like to address the board? Okay, seeing no one, let's move on to item 10.09.
Great, this is board policy 7140 related to facilities and architectural and engineering services. The key point I would say is in the second paragraph, just to note that the board shall employ or contract with licensed and certified architects and structural engineers. So this is, kind of a smaller policy with Gamut removal. Your subcommittee did look through this, and I would suggest bringing this forward for a second reading as well.
Okay, is the board okay with that? Bringing it back for second reading? Okay, is there anybody from the public that would like to address the board on this?
And Mr. Unger, the only thing I would add is just that board bylaw that you do have as a second reading, just to bring your attention to that. That is the one that I read the adjusted paragraph that the board had asked for. So just the reminder there. And
that I believe is under the action consent agenda?
You're correct. I think it's 11.15 if I'm remembering off the top of my head.
Okay. Yes, that looks like 11.15. Okay, we're going to go to the action consent agenda now. Would you please let me know if you want to pull an item? And I'm going to try to write some of these things down. Item 11.01, acceptance of donations. Item 11.02, approval of warrants and payroll. 11.03, disposal of surplus property, or surplus, it's not property. 11.04, approval of furniture and equipment requests. 11.05, approval of purchase orders and CalCard purchases. 11.06, approval of certificated and classified personnel items. 11.07, annual renewal of service for Super Co-op, a California USDA food cooperative. 11.08, approval of California League of Schools Memorandum of Understanding. 11.09, approval of Western Consulting Services, LLC Memorandum of Understanding. 11.10, proposed revisions to board policy 0460, local control and accountability, second reading. 11.11, proposed revisions to board policy 4116, probationary permanent status, second reading. 11.12, proposed revisions to board policy 4216, probationary permanent status, classified, second reading. 11.13, proposed revisions to board policy 5131, conduct, second reading. 11.14, proposed revisions to board policy 5142, safety, second reading. 11.15, proposed new board bylaw 9323, meeting conduct, second reading. I'm going to go to the public. Is there anybody from the public that would like to address the board on the consent agenda? Seeing no one, I'll bring it back. Would someone like to make a motion to approve items 11.01 to 11.15?
Also move.
Moved by Ellen. Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, seconded by Catherine. Let me just write this down. Okay, is there any further board discussion? Seeing none, I'll bring it back for a vote. Ellen,
Yes.
Catherine,
Yes.
Eve? Mark,
Yes.
Evelyn,
Yes.
Marilyn,
Yes.
and I vote yes. Thank you. Let's move on to advanced agenda. Is there anyone who has anything for the advanced agenda? Okay, I'm not seeing anyone. 13.01, reports by board members. Mark?
Yeah, just real quickly, I didn't want to pull the item because I thought it would take longer, but I was going through the credit cards and POs, and it was really clear it was sadly lacking in professional development for staff, and that was sad. But I did see an item that said C-vent, and I totally thought that was going to be something on the ventilation system, so I took a look. And in fact, it's a crazy website on making virtual and hybrid events. It's like a circus thing. It was great. And so I just thought it was interesting that we traded professional development for something about making classrooms great for hybrid. So that's.
Anybody else? I just want to thank Ryan and Chris Bonin for taking me on a tour of Morro Bay High School and Baywood Elementary School. It was really great. Just great things happening there. Morro Bay High is really coming along. I got to see the band room. It's looking really good. The ag mechanics room is looking really good. For those of you from Morro Bay, that quad is finally coming out. We're going to get a nice quad in there. That's going to be really sweet. So I'm really happy about that. And then the next day, the community, I think it was actually that afternoon, or the Community Foundation of the Estero Bay donated over $700 to assist childcare at Baywood. This was coordinated by Hector Santos, our coastal family advocate. And I believe it's the intention of the Community Foundation of the Estero Bay to continue to help support childcare at Baywood. So thank you to the Community Foundation of Estero Bay. I think that's it. So unless anybody has anything else, I want to thank you all. We didn't make 5 hours, but we've done pretty well. We really accomplished a lot. So thank you, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.